Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's Olive Ariel. I wanted to do something different today. As you can see, my backdrop is my back patio. So you may hear some birds, you may hear some people in their doolies because I live in the South and it is hot, so you're gonna see me sweating. But I got my tank top on, I got my, you can't see the bottom, but I got my capri pants on, and yeah, got my plants over here. Just wanted to do something a little different. I am an air sign, so I always like to paint with all the colors of the wind. Anywho, let me just jump right into it. Let's see what the cards have to say for you today. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Swords. So I already am sensing that you're coming out of a hermit energy. It is close to summer here in the US, so you're probably getting outside more like I am, enjoying the weather, if it's warm where you are. I'm in the South, I'm in Louisiana, so it's pretty warm, but even if you're like in Chicago or New York, it's warm up there too. Where places where it's typically cold, it's warming up. So you may be getting outside more, enjoying the warm weather, hanging out with friends. Let's see what just came out for you. Page of Pentacles right here. I want to say spending more money, but even though you're outside, you're saving, you're being careful with your spending. Like, you're not like tight or frugal. Maybe you're investing. Four of Wands in reverse. So, like I said, you're spending time outside, maybe with friends, but you're not spending money. You may be going to the park, places where you're not having to spend money. So the park, picnics. The Magician just came out upright. You'll probably hear my daughter in the background. I just heard her. She's wanting to come outside too. You may have children, but the Magician coming out, what I was thinking before I heard my daughter, is that you're really in charge of your life right now. With the Four of Swords in reverse, at one time you were in the Four of Swords, so you may have been resting, and really at this time in your at a time in your life before, you were in an energy of isolation, really pulling back your energy, and now you're not. Now you're in this Magician energy. You're really taking charge. Like I said, investing. Five of Swords came out upright, and then it turned into the reverse. Like I said, at one time you were in isolation, Four of Swords, and then with it coming out, actually it didn't come out, it's at the bottom of the deck before I started the reading. You had the Four of Swords in reverse at the bottom of the deck. I'm sorry. There may have been a lot of confusion at one time in your life, because I'm kind of foggy right now. But with it in reverse, you're coming out of that, and you're really taking charge, investing, really feeling confident right now. Five of Swords in reverse. At one time you were pulling back your energy. You may have felt like you couldn't trust anyone. You may have had a different friend group at a different time, and now you have a different friend group now. Because with at the bottom of the deck right now, you have 5 of Wands in reverse. At one time, you may have had a different friend group that may have been a little petty, and you were like, I'm gonna pull back my energy, I'm gonna fall back right now. And that was that 4 of Swords energy. Now you're coming out of that. Now the weather's nice. Justice in reverse. What is that justice in reverse, Spirit? Oh, that came out fast. Excuse me. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Now, with you coming out of that 4 of Swords energy and being in this Magician energy right now, you may be impatient because at one time you were in that 4 of Swords energy and you were really just chilling, and now you're like full steam ahead. Page of Pentacles. But now you're impatient and you really need to be patient, because this Justice card in reverse is telling me that there is an imbalance. And yeah, the Fool is at the bottom of the deck. 6 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck in the reverse. 7 of Swords. Be very careful right now. Like you're out on the town, you're outside, but be careful with your spending. Like, don't be irrational right now. Like, don't be like, I was in the house, it may have been cold, now it's warm, you're outside. But really take your time right now. With the 6 of Pentacles in reverse, these are all at the bottom of the deck. There's some crickets or whatever that was in the background, probably some confirmation. There's not enough giving right now. Don't just overspend. Make sure that you are being charitable as well. Don't be so greedy right now. If you can give to charities, make sure that you're being humble. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm trying to say, is be humble right now. Don't overspend. Be careful with your spending. Just because you're outside, try to do things that don't, like I said, go to the park, a museum, places where you can really watch your spending. Hold on, these 2 cards just fell on the ground. Hold on. Queen of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles. These both were upright. So you have a page, a knight, and a queen. Those are 3 characters. So yes, this is your Queen of Pentacles energy. Real big energy, because like I said, you're very impatient. You are outside. You are really like, I got confidence. I'm that girl. If you're a man, this is feminine energy. There's no gender in tarot. So there's feminine and masculine energy. So this is heavy feminine energy right now. But there is the Knight and the Page, masculine. So there is a balance of the feminine and the masculine. With the Page and the Knight, what is this? Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck as well. So there is a balance of masculine and feminine energy. But there's a lot of pentacles, a lot of earth. So you may be an earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. Heavy earth energy, heavy money energy. But the Queen of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. That is water, emotions. I see the Four of Cups in reverse and the Four of Swords again at the bottom of the deck. So fours may be significant, 444. Yeah, and then you have the Four of Wands in reverse as well. So just please be careful with your spending. That's coming up so heavy. Like, make sure that with this Queen, I'm glad this Queen of Cups came out, because this is like emotions. Make sure that when you are spending, that you are really thinking about it. Like, do I really need to spend this money on this item or this trip or this thing? Do I really need to spend money on this? Because you're feeling really good. That's what I'm getting. You are feeling really good right now. But because the Four of Cups is typically when somebody is just not satisfied, but with it in reverse, you're feeling really good. You're feeling satisfied right now with your life. I really like this reading. I don't see anything bad. It's just being careful with your spending right now. And because with the Knight and the Page of Pentacles, both of those, Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, you have a lot of Pentacles. That's a lot of money, a lot of investing. If you're going to, so there's investing and then there's charities. So if you're going to give to, spend your money, spend it on charities or things that are going towards a good cause. That's what I'm getting. I'm really happy for you. You're in a good space right now. You're in good company too. Yeah. With the Five of Swords in reverse, you're in good company. Well, that's all I have. That's all that I get from this. If this is a reading that you really resonated with, please like and subscribe for more of my readings, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.